I designed these two OCs with the help of XiaoHongShu because the app has categories like fashion, hairstyle, food, or whatever. So the first picture that comes up in each category will be incorporated into the character. And by the end, we'll have a drawing that either tells a story or just nonsense. Anyways, enough with the pepperoni, let's get into it. So we're here on the app. I think we should start with fashion. Okay, so it seems like an office attire. That shirt looks really tight. Okay, but what about the hairstyle? Okay, it's a video. I don't know what they're saying, but the hair looks really good. Okay, let's take a look at career. Okay, it seems to be an office job, so it's actually perfect because it matches the outfit that we got. Okay, I have an idea. Let's make our character get caught slacking off work while watching a movie instead of working. So let's go to TV and movies and let's see what he's watching. Oh, okay. Does anyone know the name of this movie? I'm just asking for a friend. Okay, on top of that, he's also eating food. So let's go to food. Oh, is this video about the food or the person serving the food? Okay, let's just try again. XiaoHongShu has an interesting idea of what food is. Okay, finally, a turkey or chicken leg. I don't know what it is, but it looks juicy. Okay, so let's get to drawing. I'm trying something new with this drawing. You know, I rarely draw a full-on illustration with story because usually I just draw characters and that's it. But this time I'm also drawing a background, so this is all new things to me. How will this even turn out? I genuinely don't know. I started with planning the composition first. That is also like another aspect that I rarely ever pay attention to. For this drawing, there's two main focal points, the character and the laptop screen. And then I started with a rough sketch to figure the placements for everything. This is the planning phase, so it looks a bit rough. Don't judge me based on this. It doesn't have to look good yet. It might not even look good in the end, but let's be optimistic. And then I moved on to the refined sketch. This is where we lay down all the details. Some artists just jump from rough sketch straight to the line art. That is insane. I could never. By the way, if you don't know what XiaoHongShu is, it is a Chinese social media app. People call it the Chinese TikTok, but it's more like Instagram in my opinion. Also, Chinese TikTok is called Douyin. The app had a surge of popularity during the whole USA TikTok ban thing, so people fled to XiaoHongShu and they would post under the hashtag TikTok refugee, which is so funny. Anyways, for the line art, I struggled quite a bit. I took a break from drawing for like a few days, so I was a bit rusty. I had to redo the line art 3 times. Hopefully, it will look good in the end. The hand holding the chicken leg was especially a struggle. I didn't draw it clearly in the sketching phase, so that's why. It is important to make sure your sketch is clear so you won't struggle when doing the line art. I'm a messy sketcher, so it is quite difficult for me. Judging from his workspace here, what do you think his job is? I was going for like a salesman type. I'm not a white collar worker, so I'm not really knowledgeable. Actually, I'm not wearing any collar because I'm unemployed. All my unemployed gang gather in the chat. Drawing the little objects in the background is so fun. My favorite thing to do is hiding hidden messages and Easter eggs. Try to look closely in the sticky notes, maybe you'll notice something. I've always loved drawings that are just full of objects in it, so I was quite excited to try doing one. So the line art is done, we are now moving on to the colors, and this is where the struggle begins. At first, I was just coloring everything randomly. I was just putting random colors everywhere, and it ended up looking weird. It's kinda tacky. I thought I could fix it with filters and overlays, but nope. At this point, I just wanted to quit. I shouldn't have tried something new. I had a feeling it was gonna look bad. I have to admit, I never really pay attention to color theory. All that mumbo jumbo art rule stuff is boring, let's be for real. But looking at what I've done, I knew I had to swallow my ego and learn. As much as I want to be like, screw all the rules, just draw for fun, it never hurts to learn. So I took a step back, did some research, and I stumbled upon this video by Art by Annabelle. She is a lifesaver, for real. My main takeaway from her video was to pick the hues or colors first and work off of those colors. So I picked the blue from the shirt and the red from the chicken leg to be the two main colors. This also works because they're complementary colors. If you want to learn more about complementary colors and all these color theory hoopla, go check out Art by Annabelle's video. I'll link it in the description. So I duplicated the canvas and planned out the colors first. After that, I went back to the original and laid everything down. It definitely looks so much better. All the colors in this drawing, except for a few, come from the blue of the shirt and red of the chicken leg. I just adjusted the saturation and value. And then I moved on to the rendering. My rendering is not like what you think of when you think of rendering. I usually just leave my drawing with flat colors because it works with my art style. So my version of rendering is putting on filters and blurring certain parts of the drawing to emphasize the main focal points. So let's take a look at the final drawing. I love this. I love the colors, I love the story it tells, and I love the background elements. A lot of things can be improved still. Putting some lighting can really emphasize the focal points. I think a different composition can also help with that. His expression and pose can also be pushed further, but for what it is, I'm really proud of how this turned out. I'm so happy that I tried something new. Even though there was a road bump and I had doubts, I still pushed through and I learned something new. I learned new things about color theory. The color here is not perfect, but it is definitely an improvement. You can never be perfect, but you can always improve. Okay, we're back at XiaoHongShu. Have I been saying that right?
小红书
Close enough. So, for fashion, we got this sick outfit here. It's giving me Jorgen from Fairly Odd Parents. Let's take a look at Pat. Oh, it's a kitty. He's so adorbs. Okay, how about sneaker? Okay, so it's this sneaker. I don't know much about sneakers. They're just things that you step on. I mean, like, what's the big deal? Then I clicked on outdoor and I got cycling. This will be very useful for the narrative. And oh, well, there I go, getting distracted. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to drawing. So for this drawing, I decided to let loose and do what I normally do, which is a simple character drawing. The story for this drawing is the character was asked to pet sit a cat either by his friends or I don't know, his aunt. But he's got to do his cardio session, so he decided to take the cat with him in those like cat bag. The cat doesn't like it, of course, so she jumped out of the bag. And our guy here is petrified at the sight. The bike is quite a struggle to draw, so I drew it in simple lines to indicate the shape. But the more I look at it, the more wrong it looks. The composition is also an issue here. If I could, I would zoom in for this drawing to just focus on his expression and the action of the cat. But I wanted to show his whole outfit and the bike, so I had to do a full character drawing. So about XiaoHongShu, I have actually used this app for years now. I was there long before all you TikTok refugees. There are tons of great artists there and some of them also make tutorials. But I was also using it to look at cute Chinese guys. That is the reason why there are no women in my feed. My divas know how I am. I really wanted to draw women too, but maybe on another day. Part 2 maybe? To be fair though, I did draw 6 women in my last video. Anyways, I think the drawing of the cat looks kinda odd. Like it's not dynamic. I also think his pose looks stiff. It kinda doesn't match his reactions. But those arms though, no wonder why he can't skip the cardio. The bike ended up not looking too bad, except for this part. But we're just gonna pretend we didn't see that. So I just jumped into the coloring. I was quite nervous about coloring the camouflage. I think this is the first time ever in my years of art journey that I ever draw a camouflage, and it turns out not too bad. It was actually quite easy to do. I used the lasso tool and just put random shapes on top of each other. But like if you really look at a camouflage, that's what it is. It's just random shapes on top of each other. So let's take a look at the final drawing. I'm not gonna lie, I really love his design. I definitely prefer the first drawing, but I think I like this character more. I wonder why. There are issues I have with this drawing that could be improved, but my main goal was to have fun with this drawing, and I would say that the goal is accomplished. I had so much fun drawing this. I really recommend you to try doing this as well, and see what crazy drawings you can come up with. There are also so many other art challenges you can do to design an OC or come up with a drawing idea, like the Pause OC challenge. I actually have done that. You can watch the video of it here. And I also have a playlist with all the art challenges I've done. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!